today I want to talk about what goes in a SWP. So if you've seen some of our other videos, we talk about how to find your construction general permit and what the requirements are about what needs to be put in the SWP. But overall, it's pretty general what goes in the SWP. The SWP stands for Stormwater Pollution Prevention Plan. And so as you can imagine, if you are going to be doing construction, we're talking about construction SWPs here, what's going to go in the SWP is any potential pollutants that might be on your construction site. So if you just go through everything that you're going to be doing on your construction site, then you'll be able to come up with that potential list of pollutants, right? So obviously you're going to be moving earth, so there's going to be dirt. Dirt is probably the most common pollutant, definitely the most common pollutant, and the one that we're most worried about on construction sites. But in addition to dirt, you're going to have equipment on there. That equipment probably has fuel and oil in it, may have hydraulic lines. So, some fuels and oils would be potential pollutants that could be released and then wash off with stormwater. On your site, you're going to have trash and debris. So trash and debris is going to be a pollutant, potential pollutant. Depending on the materials that you're using, you're probably going to be pouring concrete. Now, the concrete itself is not a pollutant. We'll get into that in another video. Concrete itself is not a pollutant, but concrete washout, which is once you start washing down the chute or the hopper for your whatever you're mixing your concrete in, when you start adding water to that washout is a pollutant. And so that's a pollutant that'll be on your construction site. So you want to go through, and typically your SWPP template or your construction general permit will lay out everything that it wants you to think about. But you need to just, in your SWPP, you'll need to highlight everything that you're going to be doing on your site that could cause potential pollutants to leave the site. That's what goes in your SWPP. And then in addition to listing those pollutants, you'll need to put down ways that you're going to mitigate the risk of those pollutants washing off your site. So how are you going to protect stormwater if it rains on your site? How are you going to protect that water from carrying pollutants off your site? And that is the basic gist of any stormwater pollution prevention plan. These are what is going to be found on my site, and this is how I'm going to stop that stuff from running off of my site. All right, so that's the basics. What's in a SWPP? We'll see you next time.